Jonathan, I was telling Kenan that any relationship that we've had in this business 20, 30 years ceases to become competition. It is mutual survivor, mutual admiration. So we have had that relationship over the years, and you're still here doing it. And so, first, congratulations. And what are you up to
Yes.
now?
Oh, well, okay. Aside from being the first gospel male exotic dancer, I
We probably should introduce you as people know you as a comedian.
Yeah.
This is how
Give
we're
us
going
a-
to go for the
oh,
next,
that side of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
for the next 20 minutes or 30 minutes or so.
Let me tell you, man. The first thing I'm doing is I'm embracing the fact that I've graduated from being skinny to just being slim because I've gained a few pounds.
That's
Yeah.
good. Looks good on you.
Now, is your name Kenan or Keenan, ma'am?
Kenan.
Kenan, you don't know this, but I've been like 130 pounds my whole life. Like,
Wow.
ever. And I got my COVID gut and I'm happy. Like I really want to be shirtless right now, but I don't want to do that.
It took a pandemic to give you a gut. That's amazing.
Yeah, it did.
Well, I have been following you for years, so I have watched your progression. So I have,
Okay.
it's not our first meeting it's the first meeting in person, but I have followed you for a while.
Okay,
Been to your performances and everything.
Oh, I appreciate that. But as far as what I'm doing, man, I'm just I moved back to Atlanta. I was in LA for a little over 30 years. I was there being, at that time, husband and always father. My son is now 18. He'll need no more. So
actually, he really needs you now.
Well, I mean, in this respect, as far as this, but I mean, as far as me being physically there.
Yeah.
So I came back to Atlanta. Things are popping in Atlanta, as you know.
Good.
So I just thought I'd be a part of that. And then the bigger pictures that my mom got early signs of Alzheimer's. I want to be.
Oh, okay. Understood. And you know what's funny is because I know Jonathan so long, I just jumped to what you're doing now because I just assume everybody knows your history. Give us a quick snapshot of how you got going in this game, in this hustle.
Quick, the short of it is, so I went to Oakwood College when it was a college. It's now OU. It was at that point that I knew I had this gift. I didn't know how I was going to use it, but there was a thing that happened there and let me know. So I started doing that. I left Oakwood, came back to Atlanta, started working in corporate America, and I was emceeing gospel concerts. And at that time, they had never heard of comedy in anything spiritual or other. So I was doing it in Atlanta. Then I started traveling, and then this brand new group came on the scene called Take Six. Did a concert in Chicago, and I was asked to come in to MC it, and it was successful. And the then manager, Gail Hamilton, said, "I like this combination. Let's put together." So I started doing some dates with them.
Okay.
And then one day I looked at my check from being 15 minutes of funny with Take Six. I looked at my check from AT&T, and I was like, "Dear AT&T,
I quit."
Bank.
And that's when I decided this is what I'm going to do. So big thanks to my brothers, Take Six.
Wow, I did not know that connection. That's cool.
Absolutely. And there's some early days, and that's where the comedy, that's where the true history, that's where the stuff, when we were both out there trying to figure this thing out on the road, opening for each other. I literally remember being on stage, and this was actually more recently, and we had already started our set, and Jonathan ran back on stage to make an adjustment on one of our clothes, talking about wardrobe malfunction. So we have been locked and loaded for a minute.
Oh yeah.
So Jonathan, I have to ask, because honestly, I have done a couple of shows with comedians, gospel comedians, and I know that's a different genre and a different way of handling comedy. So what made you choose, and what do you like and not like about being a Christian comedian versus, say, just a secular comedian?
Well, I love that question. And let me just begin by saying I don't work under those titles anymore.
Okay.
I am Christian. I love gospel, but like the church folks say, my territory done been enlarged. So
right.
I cater to people who embrace clean and just funny. Unfortunately, at the time when I came on the scene as being the architect of all things gospel comedy, there was no branding in place.
Right.
So I didn't brand it. So it kind of came and it grew, but it grew in a way that people really didn't know what it was.
Mm.
So you hear gospel comedy, oh, they're gonna talk about Jesus walking down the street and the disciples came up to Jesus, and that's what they thought it was gonna always be.
Right, the whole thing.
It wasn't that. And then as it turned out, a lot of comedians, became saved and gave their life to Christ. And so their comedy became what they called their ministry. And then, so what happened is these comedy shows were services. They were having altar calls and laying on the hand, all this. And at a comedy concert, I'm like, that ain't what I was signing up to do. So I backed away from that because I'm quick to say that comedy for me is not ministry. It's who I am. It's ministry. I choose this form of comedy because I know I can say 5 cuss words and get paid 8 times more money. And so my ministry is I choose to give this kind of presentation regarding my material and the way that I present myself as a Black man.